Hello everyone. In this video we'll try to solve a Pascal DI set and it'll involve a lot of calculation. So we have the following table gives details regarding the total earnings of 15 employees and the number of days they have worked on complex, medium and simple operation in the month of June 2002. Even though the employees might have worked on an operation, they would be eligible for earnings only if they have minimum level of efficiency. So we have a table in which we have been given 15 employees. They have different employee numbers in the table. Okay, then we have been given their total earnings while they are working upon any complex operation, medium operation, simple operation. We have also been given their total earnings, like for employee number 2001147, we have his total earnings as 719.51. Similarly, we can read the data for others. We have also been given the total number of days, like on complex operation he was working for 3 days, on medium operation he was working for 0 days, or he was not working on any medium operation. This particular employee, the first one, he was working upon simple operations for these many days, 23, and the total number of days that he worked for, it is equal to 26. So that's the data given for 15 employees. If you read the first question here, we have been given that the number of employees who have earned more than rupees 50 per day in complex operations. So we have to focus upon complex operations and rupees 50 per day. That means we'll take the earning in complex operations, we'll take the number of days he's working upon complex operations. Those who are crossing rupees 50 per day, we'll count them. So if we look at first employee, he's earning total 82.98 in complex operations and he's working for 3 days on the complex operations. So how to find out his daily earning? It will be 82.98 divided by 3, which is obviously less than 50. Okay, it will be somewhere around 26 or 27, but less than 50, so we won't count this employee. Okay, similarly for the second one, 51.53 divided by 3.3, again less than 50, we won't count him. 171.1 divided by 5.5, even this is less than 50. I hope you can calculate this much very quickly. For example, if I take for this employee 171.1, I am dividing it by 5.5. Now to have 50 rupees per day earning, we should have in the denominator 50 times this 5.5. So 50 times 5.5, that means more than 250, but we do not have more than 250 in the denominator. We can directly say that it will be less than 50. So that is how we are quickly calculating it. Similarly, if we come to the next employee, we have 100.47 as the total earning. Total number of days worked is 6 in complex. So 100 upon 6, it is obviously less than 50. We won't count him. Then next one, 594.43 divided by 9.6. So 9 into 50 is 450. And this earning in complex, it is very much larger than 450. It is around 594.4. So we can definitely say that yes, we will have to count this employee 200151. He is earning more than 50 rupees per day. Then we come to next one, 83 upon 70 divided by 8. It will be somewhere around 10 point something. We won't count it. Next one is 472.31 divided by 1.31. So 472 and we are dividing it by 1.2. Obviously this will be very much greater than 50. So we'll count him, this employee. Okay. Similarly, you have to quickly check and divide which one is above 50, and it is very easy to do. Let me do it for 2 more employees, then you can do it by yourself. Next one is 402.25 divided by 5. So this would be somewhere around 400 by 5, that means 80. So yes, we can also count this employee. Next one is 576.5 divided by 21. So that means we are approximately dividing 576 by 21, which is obviously less than 50, so we won't count him. So similarly, you have to count all the employees. We'll get this employee 200172, then this one 2001.7. So in total we have 1 2 3 4 5 such employees from the table. Correct answer to the question will be option C. Let's solve the next question now. Second one is the number of employees who have earned more than rupees 600 and having more than 80% attendance. We have been given that there are 25 regular working days in June 2002. Some might be coming on overtime too. So we are looking for those employees having earning of more than rupees 600, that means the total earning, and they should have an attendance of more than 80% if there are 25 regular working days. So 80% of 25 is nothing but 20. So we'll count those employees that have total earning greater than 600 and attendance more than 20 days. So let me take those employees first who have earned more than 600. We have this employee, then we have this one, then this one, this one, all these employees. Okay, attendance should be more than 20 days. So we'll count this employee, we will count this employee, not this one because attendance is 18 over here. We'll count this employee, this employee, this employee, and these employees. Okay, so how many in total do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 such employees. Option D will be the correct answer. So this was very easy. Let's solve the next one. Is the employee number of the person who has earned the maximum earnings per day in medium operation. We need to focus only upon medium operation now, and we have to take maximum earning per day. That means average earning per day should be maximum. So let us go to the medium earnings. Now we can see that in the table we have a lot of data missing for the medium earnings. We are interested in medium earnings, so we'll check only the number of days a particular employee has worked on this medium operation. Okay, now we won't be counting those employees who have never worked upon medium operation, so we'll forget about these employees. Okay, where we have 0 days for medium. So if they haven't worked upon any medium operation, they will not be having any earning. So we'll put cross over here. They will not have any earning in medium operations. Okay, so I'll put a cross over here. We are looking for the employee who has earned maximum earning per day. But now we can see that we have few more blank spaces in medium earnings. We know that total earnings have been given to us over here, and we have 2 of the earnings given to us, okay, in total earning section. So we can find out the third one, that means the medium. So we'll calculate it roughly. Okay, see, we have 461 over here, 51 over here. 461 plus 51 is nothing but 512. We need 513.2 over here. So this will be somewhere close to 1 rupee only. Then if we come to the next one, we have 171 here, 79 here. That means a total of 250. And here we have around 250 only. So this will be close to 0. Okay. Then next one we have 100.4 here, 497 here. So this gives us 597 in total. Total is also equal to 597 point something. So this is also close to 0. Not 0 exactly, but 0 point something, but I'm taking it at 0 only. Okay. So that's it. Now I have all the data in medium earnings. Let me find out the average earning per day. So for this particular employee, it will be 1 upon 1.6. That means 0 point something. Then for this employee, the next one, it will be 0 upon 4. It will also be 0 point something. Then next one, 0 upon 4.67, again 0 point something, because these were not exactly 0. Okay, these were 0 point something. Then if we come to the next one, 159.6 upon 13. So obviously this will be somewhere around 159 by 13. 159 by 13 is somewhere around 12 point something. Now how am I able to say that 159 upon 13 is close to 12? It is just because I have come across similar situations, similar figures a number of times. I have calculated a number of times that 13 into 12 is 156. So 159 upon 13 will be somewhere around 12 point something. So for this employee, I am taking this into consideration. This employee, for him I am getting 12 point something. Okay, it is so far the maximum. Then next employee, 109 upon 9. This would be somewhere around say 109.7 upon 9.6. So this would also be somewhere around 12 point something. So these two are very close. This is also 12 point something. So at last we'll compare these two. Okay, let us check for others if we have any greater figure than these. Then for the next employee, it will be 735.2 divided by 12. 735 divided by 12 is very much large. Okay, it will obviously be greater than these 12 point something. So we'll take this into account. So far this is our greatest now. So we'll go to the next one. We have 6.1 divided by 4, which will be 1 point something. Then 117 divided by 8. This will be somewhere close to 15. Okay, 15 point something, or even lesser than that, because we have 117 upon 8. 15 8 we have 120. So this will be lesser than 15. Okay, but not greater than for this particular employee over here, for which we are getting 735.12. We come to the next one, 776 divided by 19. So earlier I was having a quantity 735 divided by 12. Now I have 776 divided by 19. Then for the last employee, we have 1262 divided by 19. Now so far it seems that these three can be the maximum. Okay, one out of these three can be the maximum. Obviously we have 735 upon 12 over here and 776 by 19 over here, so this one would be greater, 735 upon 12. So now I have to check only these two. So now you can do these, you'll see that this is the greatest. That means this employee will earn the maximum per day, 200180. Option A will be the correct answer. I took a lot of time to explain you how to calculate it, but you can quickly shift from one employee to another. Okay, without even writing anything into the table, you can make a easy guess that it would be 12 point something, this would be 15 point something, and you can keep eliminating those. If you are getting a greater quantity than the previous ones, you can keep eliminating the previous ones. You can take the current maximum as your maximum quantity. At last you will be left with 2-3 fractions that you can easily compare. So option will be the correct answer here. Let's solve the last one now. Among the employees who were engaged in complex and medium operations, the number of employees whose average earning per day in complex operation is more than average earning per day in medium operation. We have to focus only upon complex and medium operations now. We are again talking about average earning per day in complex must be more than average earning per day in medium. So complex per day must be greater than medium per day. So we'll focus only upon complex and medium earnings, complex days and medium days. Okay, we'll completely forget those employees who didn't work upon medium. So we'll cancel this, this one and this one. Okay, now this is a really calculative question. You have to calculate two quantities and compare both. So they didn't work upon medium, we'll put a cross over here as well because they will not be earning anything. Okay, so in the last question I calculated all these. This was 1 point something, this was 0 point something, this was 0 point something. Now we were looking for employees who are engaged in complex and medium operation. That means the employee must be engaged in both. So we'll completely forget those cases in which an employee is not engaged in both. So we'll cancel this, the first one, because he's not engaged in medium. We'll cancel this, not engaged in medium, this one as well, this one as well, and this one as well. Okay, now let us do it for this second employee. 51.53 upon 3.3, it will be somewhere around 17 point something, and this is 1 upon 1.6, so this will be very less than 17. Okay, for this employee. So complex per day is greater than medium per day, so this is such an employee. Okay, this one. Similarly for the next one, we'll have 171.1 divided by 5.5, which will obviously be greater than the medium per day, so we'll count this employee as well. Then next employee, it is 100.47 divided by 6, very much greater than the medium. Okay, so we'll count this employee as well. Then next one would be 594.4 divided by 9, which would be somewhere greater than 50. Okay, but when we come to medium, it will be 159 divided by 13, which will be 12 point something. So we'll count this employee as well. Complex is greater than medium. We'll skip the next employee. Then we'll come to 472 divided by 1 point something. This will be somewhere around 400. Okay, but for medium, 109 upon 9, which will be 11 point something. So even this is greater. Okay, we'll count this. In the similar manner, you can count it for all other employees. You'll see that there are 8 such employees. So option D will be the correct answer here. So that's it. That's how you can quickly calculate. So this set might not be that important for CAT, but it is definitely important for IFT and XAT. So when you go across such sets, you should develop your own tricks in which you can approximate the value of a fraction. You can take any random fraction by yourself. You can take 5 fractions by yourself any day, like 117 upon 13, 117 upon 21, and you can guess the approximate value of those. So if you take around 5 to 10 fractions per day, approximate their values, definitely it will be very easy for you to tackle such questions. Okay, you do not have to take very big fractions like 5-digit number in numerator, 5-digit number in denominator. You can take smaller numbers. You can start from smaller numbers like 1 by 14, 1 by 21, so on. Then you can keep increasing the number in the numerator. Or you can take around 2-3 fractions and then you can compare those, like which is the biggest, which is the smallest, which is in between. That will be a good exercise for you to improve your calculation speed. Now if you have any doubt in this explanation, please comment. Thank you.